I will also abolish the e-levy, as we have already stated before. Ladies and gentlemen, I now come to a very important topic in terms of what we can do for job creation. Ladies and gentlemen, in advanced economies, workers are able to easily access credit to purchase basic items such as televisions, cars, mobile phones, and houses. They are able to do so because the credit system works and it is supported by individualized credit scoring by credit rating agencies. In the advanced countries, people are able to obtain mobile phones for free under contract arrangements with phone companies, for example, based on their credit scores. But for people with impossibility mindsets, they don't understand these things. In Ghana, such a credit system is yet to take root broadly. And therefore, life is harder for workers. It is my goal to make it easier and cheaper to access credit by leveraging on our data and systems, such as the Ghana Card, Ghana Post GPS, mobile money interoperability, the DVLA, GRA, bank accounts, and so on, to build an efficient credit system and mortgage market in Ghana, underpinned by individualized credit scoring and digitalization and land titling transfer. It is very, very important because without individualized credit scoring, which is broad-based, banks don't have enough information to lend to people. And so banks rather will lend to government and not lend to people. But if you have individualized credit scoring, people can buy things. If you're a nurse, you're a teacher, you're a taxi driver, you're a mechanic, you're someone who vends, a street hawker, even a kaya, as long as you can show income coming in through your Momo accounts and so on, you can have a credit score and the bank can give you credit and you pay small over time. With a credit scoring system, you don't need to know somebody to get your credit. We will be moving into digital lending. Digital lending. You sit on your mobile phone and receive a credit to say, this is your loan, go and spend it. That is, you don't know anybody, but you have a credit score and you'll be given the loan based on your credit score. And so we are going to move into a new era that exists in the advanced countries. So you don't need to know somebody to get a loan from Maslow or this or that or that. No. The credit score then becomes your guarantor and the key to open the door to access credit. We're going to move Ghana into a new era. We started, putting things in place when we came into office. In the advanced countries, the individual credit scoring is based on 3 critical pillars. Number 1, everybody has an ID card or an ID number. Otherwise, you won't get credit. Number 2, everybody has a house address. If I give you a TV to pay on credit and you don't pay, I'll come to your house and pick it up. Right? So everybody has a house address. And number 3, everybody has a bank account. So when we came into office, looking ahead, we decided to put these things in place. We've done the Ghana card, so everybody has an ID. We've done the digital address system, everybody has a digital address. And we've done mobile money interoperability, which means practically everybody has a bank account in Ghana. In fact, let me give you one statistic. Ghana is the only country in Africa that has 100% access to financial inclusion. The only country in the whole of Africa, 100% access. If you don't have because in Ghana, our Momo accounts work like bank accounts. They are interoperable with bank accounts. That is the big difference. And so if you don't have a mobile account, it's because you don't want one. But if you want one now, right sitting here, you'll be able to open one. It's that simple. And so we have elevated our financial inclusion. We are the country with 100% access to financial inclusion. So when we came into office, we put in these 3 pieces: Ghana card, digital address, mobile money, interoperability. And this is now the foundation for credit scoring. So when we were talking digital, people could not relate it to the economy. They couldn't see what I was seeing. They said, why is this man focused on digital? It's not the economy, but the digital is going to give you money, right? So we've now put all these things in place, and I thought that we would be able to start the credit scoring system next year. But by the grace of God, we are going to start it this year before the end of this year. It is going to make life much easier for Ghanaians as we build our credit and then be able to access loans just like they do abroad. I'm told that the country in the whole of Africa that has an effective credit scoring system is South Africa. We also have systems in Mauritius, in Kenya, in Egypt, and so on, but they are not apparently as effective. But be that as it may, we will be joining the list of few countries in Africa with individualized credit scoring systems. And I will launch Ghana's credit scoring system on November the 7th. So just in a few days' time, Ghana will join what we were thinking only exists overseas. But this will change the game. This will change the game for Ghanaians and for the youth, because a lot of people just want a loan to start a business. You could get a loan, and this is why it's a very, very good policy. We are going to boost sports, the creative arts, and tourism through our e-visa policies to bring in visitors. Very easy to obtain visas. A visa-free policy for African and Caribbean nationals. We're talking about working and bringing streaming services, streaming apps for digital content. We've already started with the music app, which the private sector is putting together. We want to establish a sports development fund to really help sports development in this country and to upgrade our pitches to meet international standards, also to continue with the AstroTurf construction across all the country. We have done more sports facilities than any government in this country. When we came into office, Ghana had only 3 AstroTurfs, the whole country. Today we have over 150 AstroTurfs and counting. I'm going to make sure, because for the issue of governance is very important in job creation. We're going to work on a digital framework and for automation of government services. I want transparency in government. And so I want the whole of the public sector to go on a digital platform so that you will have complete transparency. And not only do we have a digital platform, it's going to be a platform which is blockchain backed. Blockchain backed means you have complete traceability of all actions that government is taking. You cannot take a decision and hide. It is available for everybody to see, and that is how we tackle corruption. So we're going to bring in blockchain, we'll put government on a digital platform and make sure that we are able to do this. One of the most potent weapons against corruption is transparency. And you see that a lot of corrupt activity is cash-based. And I want us to really move more in the area of electronic payments to be used in transactions as opposed to cash. So I would like to bring Ghana close to a cashless economy in the shortest possible time. The Bank of Ghana has made a lot of progress in this direction by putting in place a lot of systems and infrastructure that is required. And these include the mobile money interoperability, merchant interoperability, universal QR code, eSwitch, Ghana Pay, and so on. So we have the necessary infrastructure, and recently the bank has piloted the ECD, which is a major transformation, and I believe that by next year, the central bank, I believe, will launch the ECD. And this will really be, from my point of view, one of our ultimate weapons in our fight against corruption, because it will provide transparency, reduce the risk of fraud, robbery, tax avoidance, and the movement of money, and identify suspicious activity so that we can do that. Ladies and gentlemen, we must collectively have a mindset of possibilities and not impossibilities. The challenges we must overcome as a country are too important to let our political differences derail us. There is a critical failure of mindset that manifests itself in the absence of core values, patriotism, and principles within our society. We need to invigorate the can-do spirit of the Ghanaian, to believe that we can even do better than we have ever imagined, and we can be world beaters if we put our mind to it. We can be proud of some of our accomplishments to date. Ladies and gentlemen, many may not know, but even in our current circumstances today, Ghana has the second highest education quality in Africa. The second highest education quality in Africa. Tunisia is number 1. Ghana is number 2 out of 54 African countries. Secondly, Ghana has the 7th lowest multi-dimensional poverty rate in Africa. The 7th lowest out of 54 countries. Multi-dimensional poverty. Ghana has the 7th lowest. Thirdly, Ghana is on the list of countries with zero hunger. Zero hunger. Fourthly, Ghana is second on the list of countries with decent work and economic growth in Africa. Second, out of 54. Fifthly, Ghana is the only country in Africa with 100% access to financial inclusion by its population. Ghana has the fastest growing mobile money market in Africa. 7, Ghana has the 3rd highest food security in Africa. After South Africa and Kenya, Ghana has the 3rd highest food security in Africa. 8, Ghana is ranked 3rd in Africa in terms of affordable internet rates. Even though for me, I still think it's too high. But the ranking gives us 3rd. 9, Ghana has the largest medical drone delivery service in the whole world. The whole world. Ghana has the largest medical drone delivery in the whole world. 10, the Mo Ibrahim Index indicates that Ghana is the 7th best governed country in Africa. The 7th best governed country in Africa. 11, Ghana is on the list of 10 countries in Africa with the lowest petroleum prices. 10 countries, the lowest 10 out of the 54, Ghana is on that list. Number 12, Prempeh College and Mamfi Methodist Girls Senior High Schools have won world robotic competitions. World robotic competitions. So it is possible. It is, I'm just mentioning these to let us know that we should be confident about the future. It is possible to be world beaters. We can do things much better than the rest of the world, not just African countries. Let us think big. Let us think about possibilities. It is possible for us to be the best in the world. As I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that as Vice President, the policies I have championed or initiated have impacted or will impact the lives of virtually every Ghanaian. These include the Ghana card, the digital address system, mobile money interoperability, Agenda 111, e-pharmacy, Ghana.gov, One Constituency, One Ambulance, Zongo Development Fund, paperless ports, motor insurance database, renewal of NHIS membership on the mobile phone, the Ghana card number as your TIN, SNIT, and NHIS number, zip line drone deliveries, gold for oil, gold purchase program, and so on. I have 33 such policies to my credit as Vice President. As Vice President, I have 33 such policies to my credit. Through the successful implementation of these policies, I have proven to be a problem solver and a promise keeper. I challenge anyone to mention just one policy my opponent championed or initiated or implemented as Vice President. Just one. Just one. Just one. I have never been President of Ghana before. I am presenting myself to you for the first time to ask for your precious vote to serve you as your president and to continue the development agenda of the MPP. And in all humility, I would like you to give me the opportunity to become one of the most impactful presidents in Ghana's history. In me, you will have a brand new tear-rubber president, not a second-hand failed president. My opponent, the former president, to put it mildly, is very inconsistent. He opposed free senior high school, saying it was bogus and will collapse the economy. But today he says he introduced it. He, as president, introduced the teacher licensure exams, but today he says he opposes it. He abolished teacher and nursing training allowances. He said he would abolish it even if it cost him the presidency. But today he says he will continue to pay them. He is not committed to it. It's just for political expedience. He has touted in the past infrastructure as one of his achievements. But because our infrastructure record is superior to his, today he says that infrastructure doesn't matter for the economy, that the economy is different from infrastructure. How can that be? I mean, really, for someone who has been president of Ghana to say the infrastructure doesn't have anything to do with the economy, then I understand why the economy collapsed under his watch. Today he says there is no link between digitalization and the economy. Right? How can that be in this fourth industrial revolution? How can we have a leader who doesn't appreciate the value of digitalization in a digital global economy? He should not be allowed close to the presidency with that mindset. He should not be allowed close to the presidency with that mindset. A leader who doesn't understand digitalization in today's world wants to be president of a country like ours, trying to move forward into the future? No. Ladies and gentlemen, his signature economic policy, the 24-hour economy, has defied explanation and understanding. It's basically a case of one day, one explanation, including the rearing of lions and elephants. The latest explanation that I have heard from them is that for one job, you will have 3 shifts and 3 workers. So if you have a school, one teacher will come in the morning, another will come in the evening, and another will come at midnight, including kindergarten teachers. He also says it is voluntary and will be implemented gradually. Ewurade Nyankopɔn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am determined to make a difference, a positive difference. I will work for you and with you, with honesty and integrity, with wisdom and decisiveness. I have clarity in my mind as to what I want to do from day one if you make me president. I will not ask for a honeymoon to cool off and think about what to do with the responsibility you would give me. I am prepared and ready to work if you give me the opportunity. You know what I stand for. You know my vision. I believe in the ingenuity of the Ghanaian. Together we can succeed in building a progressive society of possibilities, enterprise, compassion, open opportunities, and shared responsibility of every Ghanaian, born rich or poor, born in the north or south, born Christian or Muslim, born boy or girl. To the youth of our country, let me repeat my appeal to you. Our nation is at a crossroads. We are preparing to elect a new president on the 7th of December 2024, and I believe I would serve our nation better as your next president. I am a problem-solving leader. In the last 7 years, I have, with the blessings of President Akufo-Addo, led initiatives to address some of the fundamental problems with public service delivery. I possess the integrity you require in your next president. I believe the Almighty has blessed me with the fortitude of character to ensure the implementation of bold solutions for the future. Track record of public service and international development is public knowledge. My entire career, from an academic through the Bank of Ghana, the African Development Bank, and to the current role of Vice President, has been anchored on competence, diligence, and effective management skills. Manage and deliver results professionally and transparently sets me apart from the rest in the race. As an experienced professional with unblemished national and international credentials, I am ready to bring that expertise to bear on national governance with the sole motivation to transform this country. Given these and my verifiable personal integrity, I am convinced, ladies and gentlemen, that you will hand the steer to me to usher in a new management style that will give us more results, a paradigm shift in how we manage our resources, and let the benefits of nationhood reach out. Humility, generate new ideas to confront problems. I have exciting ideas needed for the 21st century. We have done a remarkable job in creating jobs in the last 7 years. Indeed, so far, as yesterday or day before, I checked on the data from SNET and other sources, and so far, from between 2017 and 2024, the latest data is that we've created 2.6 million jobs. 2.6 million jobs. 1.4 in the private sector and 1.2 in the public sector. This is the highest of any government in the Fourth Republic. The highest job creation. We have more to do because we still have high unemployment. Our youth still need jobs, but we have done quite a bit. Unemployment is still a major issue, but I'm making a firm commitment to sustain and expand the rebounding economy to address the problem of unemployment. With COVID, what I want you to put your minds to as I conclude, if with COVID and the Russia-Ukraine war and all the global depression, the worst since the Great Depression of 1933, if with COVID and all of these global problems, the high increase in the cost of living, depreciation, exchange rate, debt levels going up, all of that hit us. Notwithstanding all of that, we've created 2.6 million jobs. Can you imagine what the next 8 years under my presidency will look like? Just think about it. Just think about what we are doing for businesses. Look at 30 billion we are going to be passing on to the private sector. Look at the 780,000 jobs from the petroleum sector alone. Look at the 1 million digital skills that we're going to train in the youth. Look at the infrastructure, the railways, the 2 billion Korean facility, the health facilities, Agenda 111, the housing. Just think about all of this. If in 8 years, with all the challenges, we were able to do 2.6 million jobs, it shows by just plain logic and reason that we will do much more than 2.6 million in the next 8 years. I expect us to go to at least if we proceed on this trajectory for the next 8 years, we should, with all of these different aspects coming, I am looking at us moving to create 4 million jobs in the next 8 years. We've done 2.6, almost 3 million. So we can do 4 in the next 8 years with the new policies that we are coming with. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible. With your support, prayers, and God's guidance, we can win together. It is possible. Thank you for your attention. God bless you, and God bless our homeland,
Ladies
Ghana.
and gentlemen, put your hands together for the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The digital man, the man for the future, the man for the youth of this country, the man that has a clear-cut plan and strategy to push this country to the next level. Clear-cut, conscious strategy to push the youth of this country to the next level.